Does Italian have an equivalent to Portuguese saudade? If you study Portuguese or speak Portuguese, you will have heard the abstract noun saudade so many times. Pronounced in Brazilian Portuguese, if I'm not incorrect, as saudade. And saudade refers to this kind of sense of longing, this almost a sort of nostalgia, usually longing for a person, that could also be longing for a place. It's a kind of longing that's attached and associated to pain and uncertainty, that you will ever see this personal place that you have positive associations with ever again. It's a word with a certain degree of mystique and romance attached to it. Many people will say that it's not entirely translatable. I don't know if I quite buy that. Now, there are some theories that the historical origins of saudade and what makes it pretty uniquely Portuguese in terms of its semantics is that it lies in the age of exploration. Of course, we know that early modern voyages were not as comfortable, certainly not as safe as modern travel. And for that reason, if you were a sailor leaving the shores of Portugal, there was a pretty good chance you were never going to see Portugal again. And so, legend has it that saudade, this expression, was coined to describe how people who lived and remained in Portugal felt about those relatives of theirs who had left overseas and whom they might never ever see again. Whether that is true or not, I can't really say. But what I am here to talk about is how there's actually an expression that a Neapolitan friend of mine mentioned to me. And it's an expression not in standard Italian, but it is in Neapolitan, that kind of comes pretty close to saudade. In fact, my friend introduced it to me by saying that it's the only Romance language equivalent or synonym to saudade. It's the Neapolitan Alleria. Alleria is an extremely beautiful word. I think it's extremely phonesthetic. It sounds lovely. But it also expresses a similar meaning to saudade. It's a longing for something, a yearning for something beautiful and known. However, what I have seen looking up online a little bit more about this expression, Alleria, is that it's a little bit more hopeful, a little bit more positive and less foreboding than saudade. Maybe some of you down in the comments will know better. And if you don't, and you're learning Italian, consider including Alleria in your vocabulary. Because though it's not a standard Italian word, it's an Italian word that you could certainly apply and speak Italian using. And I think it's an extremely beautiful word. It's probably now my favorite word from the Italian peninsula. I'll leave you guys with that. And for now, say arrivederci.